That's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Monday, September 26th, 2022. The address we're inspecting today is 1523 Northeast Kokanee Lane, Troutdale, Wood Village, Oregon, 97060. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the side yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, to be noted that some sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. After about 3 feet, we have a belly. Camera head goes underwater, and then it comes out of it. So between 3 feet and 5 feet, 4.5 feet, there is a little bit of a belly here. After that, we dive, and we start diving into the ground. And then we transition. So at 11 feet, this signifies transitioning pipe size. So 3-inch pipe into 4-inch pipe, ABS plastic into 3034 plastic, and then lastly, we're transitioning into a branch off the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into city lateral piping here, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length. With that area of belly, we'll be curious to see, we'll run a test on it on the way back. We're going to turn off the water. We're going to drain everything out. We're going to look at the pipe in return, or on the return, and see if everything drains out of there, or how the area reacts with the water off. If everything drains out, then, you know, maybe something to keep an eye on. It's a little bit of marginal pitch through here too, so we'll want to look at this area again too with the water off and see how things react. Again, we're going a little bit flat through this area too. We're going to reach the lateral at 50 feet. So we're going to turn off the water. We're going to drain everything out. We're going to run some tests on some of the areas of marginal pitch. So we're going to turn off the water, drain everything out, and we're going to turn off the microphone also. And we're going to wait till everything drains out of the pipe, and then we're going to look at a couple of those areas on the pullback, and I'll probably turn the microphone on and address what we're thinking at that point. So with the water off, you can see some of the areas of marginal pitch through here have drained out pretty well. These are the areas out in the roadway. Here we are going onto the property now. This was the one area in question that we were curious and we wanted to see how this area reacts with the water off. So again, here we are at the clean out. We basically go forward a little bit and then turn right up underneath this. There's a concrete walkway, so we're under the concrete walkway. We had a little bit of a belly here. We're curious to see how this area reacts now that the water has been turned off. You can see there's still some residual stuff there. The camera head does not go underwater anymore, so at least half of it had drained out. I think at this point it's very, very minor. It may be something that needs to be straightened out in the future, but at this point it's very minor. Again, the camera head did go underwater the first time through with the water running full blast from the bathroom sink, but now on this time through with the water off and the water drained out, a good portion of it did leave the pipe, so the drain pipe is for the most part still draining. And then there you go. So I think at this point the sewer pipe would still be working. We'd recommend monitoring, so we'd recommend having a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years, or let's just say every 2 years, keeping an eye on this area. If this area dips any more whatsoever, then of course some repairs could be required. It would be more or less a spot repair. The area is under this little concrete walkway area, so that's not the best thing in the world, but anyway, it would be more or less like a spot repair. Also, before closing, just as a precaution, you could pass this video on to a drain repair specialist to get a second opinion on it, see what he thinks before closing, if he thinks that this is as much as it's going to settle, or if it's going to worsen over time, or if some repairs should be required now. So we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a specialist to see what he thinks, maybe get a second opinion. But at this point, again, camera head did go underwater with the water blasting through here, but once we turned off the water, the drain pipe did for the most part drain. There's some residual stuff here, but again, at this point the sewer pipe appears to be in working condition.